Hello, hello. This is Pat with Petresca Papers. I'm out in the Bluebird Bungalow and I'm very excited. Finally, it is my day to do hashtag Sugar Plum stories. It is a collaboration with Wild Rose Bohemian and Petals and Parchment. And there are 20 collaborators, and I am number 14. So let me introduce what I'm going to do. I have filmed this once and it was too long, so I'm breaking it into two parts. So if you see a little choppiness, that's what it is. But this is what we will be creating. I really didn't head out to do a portfolio, but I wanted something to put in the projects that we're going to do today. So it is a portfolio, and it opens, and I wanted it to look like a wardrobe. So these are some pieces, and I'll go through that in this next section. But we have some paper clips that we will be doing in part 2. Part 1 will be the portfolio, so part 2 will be the paper clips. And also in part 2 will be some collage. We're going to do a masterboard and then make some postcards in part 2. So please make sure that you tune back in for part 2 to make some of these fun little paper clips and the postcards. I'll see you then. Let me show you the materials that I'm going to use today and talk a little bit about what I'm going to create because I haven't done it yet. Okay. First thing first, I have been negligent about filling in my game board. Part of it was I thought I might be using some of the pieces in what I'm doing, but then I figured out how I could print it out so they'd be the right size. So this is my game board. There's my little empty pocket for shame. And let me show you what I've got prepared. So these are the game pieces. I printed them out. On my printer, I had an option to print 2 pages on one sheet. So that's what I did. And serendipitously, they came out to be about an inch. They're just a little bit bigger. You can see we've got an edge here. I used my inch square punch. Now, if you don't have an inch punch, do you have to skip this? Not necessarily. Just cut them. All right, and have them ready to go. Now, I also have some, I wouldn't say it's heavy cardboard, but this is something, a stencil I got from Hobby Lobby. And this beautiful cardboard was the packaging. And it's a rose stencil. Do I have it down here? I do. Let me show you. Look at this gorgeous stencil. And it's supposed to be to put dimension on a cake. Ugh, is that ever going to happen for me? No. I used this when I did some coffee staining paper or tea staining paper. But this did not get thrown away because it's perfect. I didn't know what I was going to use it for, but I have cut out my inch squares. We're going to make little clothespins similar to these. I have a video on my channel, I'll link it below, on how I made these. This I am simplifying down. This I did put crystal, I think this is it, crystal lacquer on them. You had to let them dry. I'm trying a different technique. Hopefully it's going to work. All right, so paper clips. And so I do have my paper clips in hand, and I'm using this cute little box that was the freebie from Petals and Parchment, and it's coming in very handy. I'm going to set that aside and set this aside. I don't have my papers in any particular order. This is some fussy cuts from Wild Rose Bohemian, and I meant to put down the file number, and I forgot. There's so many things in those beautiful kits, but I have downsized this. What I did, if you've got a Cricut, because I'm not loving doing fussy cut, I've got it, I think an old age thing. I've got some arthritis in that thumb, and I don't want to fussy cut. So I pulled it into Cricut. I uploaded this. I took off the background, and I erased Wild Rose Bohemian off of there, and when I did it, I didn't realize that I would have this. So my Cricut will cut that out. But I downsized it to fit to cut, and actually it's a little smaller, but I'm really excited to see how this comes out. I'm not going to do it on camera. You'll see it later when I do the application of them. Okay, so got that. I have some pockets. These are Wild Rose Bohemian's number 23 file, and I scaled them down to 90%, and that will make more sense as we go, maybe. These are from Parchment and Paper, her kit. These are, I think she said antique or vintage photos. I did, again, these on 2 on a page when I had my printer options. So that downsized them so that they will be more workable for what I've got planned. I have 2 sheets of, this is from Wild Rose Bohemian. This is 7 and 8. These are the postcards. And I'm excited to show you how I'm going to use those. And I have from Petals and Parchment the Nutcracker Suite. Of course, I am going to be doing some cutting off of my white edges. Maybe not. I might not have to. But anyway, I've got that. These are, I was able to go in and kind of, this sheet is 32, but what I did was I was able to crop out 2 of them because I want 2 for doors. So I've got 2 of 32, at least these 2 pieces. I'm not sure which one I'm going to use. I don't know. I'm probably all over the place. You have no idea. Just follow along. Oh, okay. I'll tell you now. You're supposed to watch to the end of the video. I am day number 14, and that's the puzzle piece or the game board piece that you're looking for. Okay? I will remind you of this at the end. I have printed out the Wild Rose Bohemian Winter Words. This is file 51. Not sure how I'm going to use them all. And then I've got, for a collage we're going to do, I have printed out page 43. And these are everything else. Let's see, this is on copy weight. This is on card. I think everything else has been on a card stock. It's the Pen and Gear. Let's see. Let me show you what it is. Right here. This is the Pen and Gear 110. I don't hold a lot of stock by this, because sometimes 110 in one brand and 110 in another is not the same. But this is what I used. Okay, and let's get these. But these I do have on just copy weight. That was file 43, and this one's 36, and this one is 33. Phew! You're going, well, okay, what are you going to make, Pat? Well, the first thing I'm going to do is a simple wardrobe folio. I really wanted to stay away from folios because so many of the collaborators have done folios. But here I am. I'm going to do a folio. And I don't see my other sheets of paper. They must have been left behind. So I'm going to cut my video. I'll be back and I'll be ready to show you what I'm going to start making. So I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. And I was just laughing as I was walking in and out of the house. Prepared. Yes, I always think I'm prepared. So this is 2 sheets of paper from my notes that I have written down. Okay, well, this is Wild Rose Bohemian, and I thought I had... Okay, I'm not going back in for it. These are 2 sheets of paper. I believe this was a freebie, but it's also included in her kit. So I printed that double-sided on cardstock, and I have downsized Petals and Parchments folio pockets to 90%. Okay, so I'm ready. I'm going to get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is hopefully make my wardrobe. So what I need for my wardrobe is that sheet of paper and these doors. And what else do I need? I think maybe all I need right now is the doors, and then we'll work on the pockets. So I need my trimmer / scoreboard, but first of all, we're going to decide, have to make some decisions. I think I want this on the inside. So I have trimmed off all my white. Trim off the white, and I have not duly checked size here. Let's see. Let's trim this off. Oh, I put a new blade in my trimmer. Why do we wait so long? Do you wait? I wait. Which one do we like? This is going to be the back. I may change my mind. So these are going to be inside pockets. I am going to go with the pink on this outside, and I'm going to do this door. Okay, so let me trim that. So I hope everyone is well, and if this is your first time finding my channel because of Sugar Plum Fairies, no, not Sugar Plum Fairies, Sugar Plum Stories, welcome. I hope that you enjoy what I have prepared for you. At least in my head it's prepared. And I hope that if you are new to my channel, you will subscribe. Hit the like button, give me a thumbs up, ring a bell if you want to see more of what I have in store for this season. And you will make a comment. Okay, so I think I'm going to trim this out after I get my doors on. So let me move this out of the way for a moment. Now I have a really fun wardrobe video on my YouTube channel, and I'll link that below. Much more involved. Now, do we want them to meet that way or that way? I'm thinking I like that way. All right, I am going to leave just a little border around, and then I'll trim this off. So it's time to glue, and I have not done my due diligence of checking out my glue to see. If you watch my channel, you'll know my glue is very temperamental. All right, we're gonna just go with this one. There's not a little tip on it. I think I have a brand new one somewhere I created. Put it decanted. Such a big word. Decanted some in. Okay, so I'm going to glue this again, just with about 1/8 of an inch little border. Okay, just stick with me. It'll make more sense, I hope, as we go forward. Oh, can I move you? Can I move you? There we go. All right, so then this one is going to come over here like that. I almost screwed it up. My goal is to not have to retape this over and refilm this over and over. So keep your fingers crossed for me. Okay, now is this the right way? I believe so. Okay, let's get that there. There. Okay. So there's my doors. And I should have distressed. I do have wilted violet and faded jeans standing by. So I think I'm gonna go with wilted violet when I finally do distress. Now I do need to cut off or trim this little top here. All right. Ooh, I shouldn't throw that away. That's cute. All right. And, oh, don't go away. Don't go away. Don't go away, Mad. Now, I need to score. And I am going to score, leaving, again, a little bit of border there, about 1/8 of an inch. Come here. I'm going to score right down here. And I'm going to score right down here. Okay, let's see. So here, all of a sudden, I'm like, yeah, Pat, I don't think you have thought this out very well, because we do want these doors to meet in the middle. I have this sick feeling, well, you know what? We didn't do too bad, did we? There's a little bit of an overhang. I'm okay with that. Okay? All right. Let me do a little distressing. Just because if I don't do it now. I don't know. You are awfully violent, aren't you? Well, we're going with it. We're going to go with it.
because this little folio is going to be holding what we create today. Whatever you decide. All right.
I think we're good with that. Now let's put some pockets on the inside. So here are my pockets. I think I'm going to be, no, I'm not going to be brave because of my thumb. Don't want to make it mad. So let's trim these up. Well, let's get closer to the edge, shall we? You there? No. You know what? We are gonna, because my accuracy is kaput today. I'm gonna put 3 on the front and maybe 3 on the back. And I think these lighter ones over here are what's gonna go inside. All right. So, Christmas is not far away. This particular collaboration, hashtag Sugar Plum Stories, goes for 6 more days. It was a total of 20. Now, if you're just finding me and you want to play along, I will have links below to the game board and game pieces, to the freebies that Wild Rose Bohemian and Petals and Parchment, who are the hosts of this collaboration. I'll put a link to them. I'll put a link to the Linktree schedule of presenters or collaborators, and you can go back and look at their videos and create with them. I'm not going to cut those yet. All right, I think you can go away. I'm going to use one of my circle punches to do the thumb. Not that one. You're too big. What have I got? That looks about right. It's going to be a bit of a deeper thumb punch or thumb notch than what Elizabeth at Petals and Parchment gave, but I think she'll forgive me. Will you, Elizabeth? I hope you're watching. Okay, and now I'm gonna just give it a quick little distress. Don't necessarily even want to see that purple on there, but it does darken up those edges so it's not glaring white at you. Okay, and the way I'm going to glue these on may be a little different for you if you've not done it this technique. I like it because it will give you 3 depths of, done that one? Are they all done? No. 3 depths of pocket. So, oh, and you know, I do need to be able to see. So I am going to fold these back, and I think that we're just going to stick with them. We're going to stick with you faded violet. I'm just going to go down there. Let's do some here. I'm not loving it with that. I probably should have done my faded jeans, but it's too late. Okay. Back, back, back. All right. So the way I'm going to put these on is like this. Where do I want this one? I don't want the thumb notch showing. So I'm going to go there. that's where I'm going to start. Now, do you think I need to make a little mark? Probably. So right there. Okay, so I'm just going to glue on the sides. And I'll show you why, at least on the first two. I'm looking, these could have been a bit bigger. I probably shouldn't have taken them to 90%. All right, there. The next one is going to go there, not there, because I don't want to see that. Okay, we're leaving the bottoms open on these first two. Scoot it up right there. And this one does get glued all the way around. Okay. I think this is a technique I first saw with Victoria's designs in her folios that she does. So let me show you. So you have a pocket that's that big, and then you have a pocket. Do I have something bigger? Yeah, here's a tag that's that big, and then this one goes from there all the way to the bottom. And see, this is not long enough. But see, it would go all the way down. So, all the lovely ephemera and tags that you might have been making will go there. Now, on this outside, where's my little pockets that I did for that? Right here. This was Wild Rose Bohemian 23, and I scaled it to 90. And I want two little pockets on the outside. And I think I'm going to pull that rosebud look. And I love the rosebud. And these will be fun little pockets for the little paper clips we're going to make. I'm going to use you right now, so I'll put those aside. Let me trim these out. And I'm wondering, how big are you? Nope. We're going to just trim it. So, if you have been doing this collaboration, I would love to know what you've created. I watched Tracy, I don't know what her name is other than Tracy, but she did some treat cylinders or round boxes with the I don't know what you call them. I think she had a name for them, but it's where you do your accordion pleat and you make a circle, and so the top was all folded. Oh, it's just so cute. That's on my list to do. Okay, so do I want to score? Yes, I do, because it's just better. It's just a better thing. All right, so I'm gonna fold, score and fold. I have these lines on my scoreboard part of my trimmer. I can see when I'm lined up here and down here. Now, I started with just one in the middle but I found that I really like having several. Not all of them, because boy, wouldn't that be confusing. So I've got them on 3, 6, and 9. And if you don't have a scoreboard, use a piece of foam or a mouse pad, and you can use a stylus like I'm using, or you can use like the handle of a spoon, or if you've got a knife that's not serrated with like a blunt end, you can use that to get yourself a score, because it really does help to get an exact fold. If you're just trying to fold, you're going to struggle a little bit. All right, so let's do just a little distress. I don't know, you guys, this violet is so violet. I should have known. All right. Thank you again. One of the best tools I've ever bought. Okay, so I want this little pocket there. Now you could use some double-sided tape, which I oftentimes resort to, but I think this is going to be quicker in the long run. All right, here we go. All right. And this. So what am I going to do next? I think that I'm doing the paper clips next. So we can add those to our little wardrobe folio. Now you could do a really simple little notebook to go in, just some of the pretty papers that are in the kits or cardstock you may have to make just a simple folio. Oh, I'm not even. I am not even. I'm not even. Okay, there we go. All right. Should there be a closure? Oh, probably. And then I will eventually do, I think, 3 pockets on the back. But we've seen it in here, and I'm not going to do that on camera. All right, I'm going to set this aside. I hope you'll tune back in for part 2, where we will create these little paper clips and a masterboard that we will create postcards, a masterboard collage. So be sure to check below if your computer doesn't automatically take you to part 2, so that you can make these clips and postcards. See you then. Bye.